Hey guys, Casey here, and thanks for joining me on this video. I wanted to show you real quick what a solution is that I came up with for how to accommodate a complete full-size queen bed, always made, always set up, always ready to get in, and also at least 4 bikes, wheels on, front and rear wheels on, saddles up. I don't even have any dropper post on any of my bikes. I know it's shocker. Be able to roll the bikes right in and then be able to accommodate the bed height above the bikes no matter what height the bikes are. Road bikes, cyclocross bikes, gravel bikes, mountain bikes, full suspension, hardtail, single speed, whatever. I've got them all. So whatever size bike, and the saddle height changes and the wheels and all that changes the height of the bike. So I can accommodate that no matter what. So I want to show you how I accommodate that with always having a queen bed set up and so forth in my Sprinter van. This is a Sprinter 170 2016 4-wheel drive. So I'm going to back up and show you here. On the bottom here, what I have is a bike tray. This bike tray is actually exactly 4 feet wide and 6 feet long. It is a stainless steel tub that with the edges rounded up 1 inch high, except for the back. So any water, mud, dirt, debris, whatever, can all get washed out the back or swept out the back. But the base of the bike jar itself contains all that, so it doesn't get around the van at all. It's made out of 1 inch 80, aluminum profile 80/20 or other versions of it. As long as also with the wheel well frames on each side, which are roughly about 10 inches wide from the outside of the body of the van to the just to the edge of the wheel well. And I actually line those with essentially like a translucent perforated PVC just to let air flow through and also get some light through, and just to be very durable. So I can roll bikes in and out, pedals can slam into the frame here and not hurt it. This whole thing, I called it a bike drawer. It actually, the whole thing is on 60-inch sliders. They lock in and lock out. So it's locked in position in the van. I can slide them out a whole entire 5 feet, lock them in that position, so whether the van's up parked on a slope or not, it gets locked out or in. So I can slide all the bikes in or out if I choose to, and it holds 500 pounds. So I can literally I can certainly walk around on it. I can put a refrigerator on top of it or a washer and dryer in there if I need to for storage. Then also on here, on top of 1/2-inch profiles, I have some 1-up van tray bike trays in here. I'll go and put the bed up, and I'll show you how those work in case you're not familiar, but they work extremely well. So this is how my bed works, all right? So the whole thing, just kind of show you, is incredibly strong. It is locked in here. You see, if I'm doing this, I'm moving the van, all right? It is locked in place. So it's great, nice and solid for bikes. And I've got pre-programmed settings here. So I'll just push one of the pre-programmed settings, and you can see it just go ahead and automatically raises up. I'm just going to take it to the full height right now of my max height that I have it set to, which is basically the max height of what my insulated wall panels, the bed height and the frame of it, and also pillows and down comforter and sheets and stuff right now, how high it'll go up really just comfortably. I could push it a little bit higher up, but this is just the preset setting I have, so I don't have to worry about it. I just push out one setting and boom, done. You can see how silent it is. You can't hear a thing. This is incredibly solid. I can hang on it, and that's how it works. So to play simple, I can walk in here right now. I can pop up one of these 1-up van trays, and I can roll a bike right in just like that, and it locks right in, especially with the knobby tires. I roll it in, I can lock that down with the ratcheting mechanism, and it locks right into those tires, whether it's a road bike, a cross bike, a mountain bike. Mountain bikes and cross bikes are great, the knobby tires. These 1-up van trays lock right on really well. A road bike tire, you just have to push a little bit harder in order to ratchet down a little bit tighter. But all my bikes roll in generally backwards, handlebars out to the rear of the van. I find that really easy for rolling bikes in and out, and they're locked in place. And then I can lower this down. I have other presets. So for example, I'll just go ahead and hit another preset, and this might take it down to the height of, say, my tallest mountain bike, right? And I'll be quiet here for a moment. You don't hear a thing. So These are held up by this whole entire bed is suspended essentially by 4 linear actuators. They're 12 volt DC linear actuators, so they run right in the 12 volt system. They only take a few amps each, and generally about 10 amps for all 4 of them running with full load. I think they're capable of 400 pounds each. Yeah, that's right, 400 pounds each with a rated 2. So that means this whole bed can support 1,600 pounds. Plenty enough, and that's raising all the way up or down. It is complete, and that's a static load or a dynamic load. So it'll push up or lower down basically 1,600 pounds equally between all 4 of these linear actuators, essentially 1 in each corner of the bed, or it'll statically hold at 1,600 pounds as well. So you can get on this thing, and these things are not going to move. There's no way you can get them to move. They're holding almost a ton, literally a ton of weight. And they each one, I ordered these with a Hall effect sensor. So they all have a Hall effect sensor. They move them down exactly in unison. I think they're within plus or minus a couple of millimeters of each other. So they'll always be exactly in unison. This bed will always be level, and voila, that's how it works. So it's a very simple setup. I'm gonna go ahead and take it back up because I'm gonna load some bikes in there to go for a ride. And so I'll take it all the way up. I can easily load bikes in or out. I can walk back in there, and the bed's out of the way. But again, it's always made up. So I can lower this down manually to whatever height I need. So I can get it just above the saddle height of a bike, or as low as down with I have no bikes in there, or which that was a purely based on. I could have gotten these linear actuators in different heights. I went with a little bit taller than I probably needed. This bed could go higher, but there's not a lot of benefit to it because the van wall's curving so darn much that when you get a queen bed, which is 60 inches wide, the van walls get to be less than that as you start approaching this height. So hence where I'm kind of limited there. I could have probably gotten by with a little lower, shorter linear actuator and got it down lower, but because that's the lower setting for the ones I ordered and put it installed in here, my cabinet height sets really the bottom height of these. So they work fantastic. That's how I really accommodate always having a queen bed, always made up, ready to go, and also been able to roll bikes in or out and adjust that height accordingly, whether I have bikes in or not, or what size bikes or whatever else I have in here, washer and dryer, kayaks, whatever I have in there. So that was my approach. I built this out in 2017, finished in 2018, and anyways, been using it since, and it's been rocking. Never an issue. Anyways, if you have more questions, certainly reach out. But hopefully this can inspire you for your build. Thanks so much. Bye.